Hi, and welcome to another episode of Them Deeper Bones, a retro adventure role-playing game. That means it's sort of like an old-school D&D game, but a bit different. I am Petri. I'm the writer of the game, and will be your guide today. And joining me, as always, starting with Annina again.
Hi, I'm Annina Kaski. I'm an actor and writer and TTRPG player, as well as this one. I'm also a cast member on Bardic Quest, a D&D 5e actual play on YouTube and podcast platforms. So check that out.
Links below. And Andu.
And I'm Andreas Johansson, role-playing on the hobby side. In the past, I did some stuff for Roll20.
Great. And our heroes are currently inside an old sauna where they just discovered some sort of a small box and picked it up. Well, Dagmar did. And they heard a rustling sound coming from the stove. And, well, without further ado, let's go to combat. And in Deeper Bones, combat is a very simple thing. I'll just fetch the right page. When characters enter combat, the game follows these steps. I announce what all the enemies and my characters will be doing. If they are of like human intelligence or human sapience or lower, then you will decide and announce what you do. Then, if I have some creatures or beings that are above human understanding for some reason, I'll tell what they do. And then we roll initiative to see what order these things that we just decided happen. And then we resolve them in the initiative order. So, the spider inside the stove. Yes, it's a spider. It's about a small cat-sized, a red-bellied spider with short legs. So it's a jumping spider more than a web spider, but it still has some webbing. It is going to come out of the stove and jump at the nearest person there. At the moment, it's Dagmar, but this can change. And before you declare your actions, I'll have to remind Annina that Dagmar on the first round of combat will be acting first always. So you roll initiative. Yeah, you're an expert, so you will act first, so you can plan according to that.
It will.
But the spider is going to do that. So what are you two going to do?
Am I in melee range?
You can easily move. It's about a couple of meters. It's a small sauna, so you're inside it. It's actually a meter from the stove where you're standing. So yes, you're in melee range.
If I know you to be quick-witted, does it mean that I could expect to have you run out? And if I'm quick enough, I close the door before the spider comes jumping and running after us.
If you want to do that, then yes, you are aware that Dagmar is quick on her feet in situations like this. So you, and again, you can plan your perfect turn. The initiative will mess it up anyway. So
So there wouldn't be any preamble. She would try and spear the spider.
Nice. How about Yori? You know that as a player, you know
Oh.
these things will be happening, so you can plan for that. You don't have to be
Yeah.
like, oh, my character wouldn't understand what's happening. You can just like plan
that-
and then let's see what happens.
Yeah. So the spider was like,
The spider is inside the stove and it's going to jump at the nearest character and try to bite them.
yeah. What kind of, like, it's the sauna kind of stove. So is it coming out from the, like, from side
coming
thing,
out
or is it
from,
come up? Or
the side thing where the wood goes.
yeah.
That's its nesting place.
What would I do?
Easy options are always attacking or running away or casting magic.
Yeah. I guess when we're going with the gut reaction to do energy burst at the thing.
Yeah, do you move closer? You're currently at the door. So Dagmar went in and poked at the remains of the small animals inside.
I wouldn't move from the door. I just think with my hands and blast from there.
So just as a reminder,
There is a risk of splash or
yes. The elemental burst, if you do it really well, it is an area effect. So,
but it also, if it's a medium, then it can hit the wrong target.
If it's really good, if you roll really well, then the effect is so powerful it will also hit dog.
Okay, then that's actually not something I would do, because there is like if medium roll, then it's goes out of control and doesn't hit the intended target. So it's like I wouldn't.
Yeah, there's also
probably.
that. Yeah. Middle or high rolls will hit Dagmar in this case. So
Okay, yeah,
it's a
I
risky
wouldn't
one.
do that.
As said, a magic user is as good with their weapon as an expert.
I guess I would also run in with the sickle too.
Okay, so both run in. Let's
Or
roll
Annina is
initiative.
already in, and yeah. So
Yeah.
what was initiative? It was reflex.
Initiative is a reflex roll. So, Ando, how's your initiative?
12.
12. The spider is 11. So, Dagmar goes first, pokes it with a stick, spear. An attack roll here is very direct one, just physique roll. So in Dagmar's case, it is d20 plus d4.
So if that hits, I'm going to do expert maneuver.
Yep.
Correct. Okay.
Always. Yep.
Well, see, I rolled 5.
Yeah. That's not gonna hit.
That's not good, is it? It's that would have been a nat 1 and a 4.
Come on. Well, it's you try your best, but the spider is fast. It's a quick little thing that has many legs, so it just you poke it with a stick, but it's not
I miss its little
doing anything.
spindly legs.
Yeah. Next is Yori. The spider rolled an 11, so you're next with your sickle. I'm going to say that you are going to move a bit closer than Dagmar with this, since
Yeah, because it's a
so
shorter
you're
weapon,
the you're the intended target. So an attack roll, it's the same for you, d20 plus d4.
Shank and flank, let's see how it... 8.
8. It is too fast. It's just just simply too fast. So the spider is going to jump on you and bite you.
Oh dear.
The small spider fangs gleaming with venom, and it's one of these creatures that is very, very small and not really physical. So it's going to roll 2d20 and keep the lower. It's not likely to hit. But what's your defense value?
How was it calculated? I think we
It's
didn't.
on the character sheet. It's basically
It's 10,
depends
but
on your. Yeah, it depends on your reflexes and your armor and shield. So if you don't have armor or shield, then it's based on your reflex, and that's a 10. But let's see.
yeah, my reflex was a 12.
Yeah, it should calculate it automatically. So
Okay, yeah, it shows it
Yeah.
as 10, so right.
yeah, I rolled I think a 12 and a 10, and a 10 is a hit.
Oof.
So the fangs bury deep into your arm that's wielding a sickle. First of all, it's going to do 1 point of physique damage just from the poison. So mark 1 down in your current physique. And then it is... did I do this actually wrong with the 1 moment? You can roll a stamina check to see if the poison affects you.
Okay, a stamina check. You're right.
You want a 12 or higher.
7.
Yeah, the poison affects you, your physique goes down to 9. But then there is the damage part. And how the damage works is I roll the damage and you roll your grit die.
And that was a D4.
A D4 for a magic user, and it's a D4 for the spider. It's a small tiny thing. So, what did you get?
Let's see. 1.
1. No matter what I would have rolled, it is enough to bring you down. So, the spider screeches and lunges at Yori and bites deep, and as Dagmar, you watch Yori goes down from the venom.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4, so no matter what you would have rolled, this would have been the result. But I still wanted to hear what you said. Yeah. So that's the situation. Yorick is down, and the spider is at the moment paying attention to the prey. Next round, same procedure as the last round. As said, the spider is paying attention to Yorick. It's going to instinctually try to web him a bit now that he's down. So the spider is not doing anything offensive this round. What do you want to do?
Me.
Yeah.
Attack the spider. I'm definitely gonna now attack the spider.
Let's see if we both get impaled.
No need to roll initiative since the spider isn't doing anything interesting. So just make an attack roll.
Which is
it's
D20 plus
roll. D20 plus D4. Yep.
Okay, that's 13. What's better?
13, I think, hits. It just hits. Okay. So, give me damage roll first, then let's see if you need to do the expert maneuvers.
Well,
so, you have... normal weapon damage die is 1d6, and the giant, the large spider has 1 grit die. So
1.
Let's see. I can still roll a 1. 1. It goes down. You impale it.
Yay!
Good. there is this like crunching sound as the spear goes through it, and you just push it to the wall, and yep. Yorick seems to be down.
Yes.
You're out of combat.
I'm gonna rush to him and see if I can help. Like, is there some sort of like?
Yeah,
what
there
would be a
is
medicine check or something?
there is a stabilization check, and let's see, where is, what was your knowledge? Your knowledge was
14.
Yeah, so you have, okay. So roll a d20, just a d20.
Okay, just D20.
And what you want is a roll that is lower than Yorick's stamina,
Okay.
but
So one roll
as
low.
high as possible.
Okay. A 2.
A 2, that's good. Yorick is alive.
Oh. How stressful.
Now, since you have knowledge, you know first aid, you know these things, you can either add or subtract a d4 from that roll you made. What the result of your roll is the new permanent stamina score of Yorick.
Oh, yeah.
So at the moment
obviously
it's
you want
2.
to add. We don't want to
Yes.
give him a 2 stamina. So
Yeah. So you
add.
want to roll a good roll on the d4.
D4. Okay, yeah.
I suspect you will roll a 2.
Yeah, I have an inkling feeling that this will be a 2.
It's a 3.
Oh, that's an
Okay.
improvement. So yeah, Yorick, your current stamina score is 5, and your permanent stamina score as well. You have survived very close encounter with death. You will see at the end of the adventure what sort of scars this leaves on
Thanks.
you, but we'll talk about it later. But yeah, the light goes out. You are in the darkness. You are cold, and then you feel Dagmar bringing you back with first aid. Like, come on, yeah. You cough and you start breathing and she's your mouth is numb from the poison, but you're alive somehow.
Looks at his hand and is like, do I look even more sickly than I used to?
Yeah.
Like, am I dead or alive?
Yeah.
You're not sure.
Oh man, it takes some herbs from his pouch and it's like, no, do I feel more awake from this? I don't know. Let's.
Oh my God.
It's so dark. Let's go outside.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's close.
as you walk outside, the sunlight bursts in your eyes. You've been in a dark sauna, having a very intense moment with a spider, and probably the torch has gone out when Yorick has fallen. So you've been in the darkness, and now you come out, and it's like bright light.
Fools.
But yeah, it's over.
What's in the box that I found?
You open the box, and there are 3 crystal vials, clear blue liquid in 2 of them, and one of them has the cork has eroded, so it's empty. So two vials, and these are the source of the water magic that Yorick detected earlier.
Okay.
Maybe these are some concoctions or
Yeah.
things.
Most likely, yes. Is either of you very like sauna oriented? Likes a lot of sauna stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, they look like the stuff that you could pour on a stove to get a nice mist in the sauna. The nice nice smells or something, but clearly
Oh.
magical.
Well, magical.
Yes, clearly magical. Like for Yorick, it's like okay, these are something, and water magic is usually transformative or like
Restorative.
restorative. Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'll take those definitely. Keep them.
Yeah, we'll keep those. That's Yorick.
one each, or does either of you take two, or how do you split the two?
Shall I do one?
1-1. Yeah,
Yeah.
I almost paid an arm for this. So yes,
Yes.
please. Yorick looks at his herb satchel and other things, and tries to work up something to like maybe just make the wound feel better, and like that. Maybe some maybe clean up or something to prevent further
infections.
symptoms. Yeah.
Yeah, you make a small like combining mud and herbs. You make a small like thing to press against the wound.
Yeah, I specifically use some of the the moss. That's the kind of white beard kind of like usnia.
Yeah.
It has to some degree it's supposed to have healing properties or something. So that's one of the things that it's included in what he puts on it.
Yeah, it feels better. You somewhat start feeling like a human again after a bit of like doing that and calming yourself down. While Yorick is doing this, what do you do, Dagmar?
I'm gonna look up the hill. I'm just scanning to see if there's any more spiders, or if there might be something if we go up the hill.
Yeah, you look around a bit, and you have a feeling that you're in a position where you actually can't see what's ahead, but you can see that there is some sort of a change in the forest up ahead.
Okay.
Like in the way the light looks ahead. So there is something there, maybe a building, maybe a clearing or something. You're not sure this distance. But yeah, it looks like if you're going up, that would be there's something there.
She would nudge Yorick and go, I think we need to go up there.
Yeah, that's what I thought, that the sauna was just the sauna and not the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to say, that we should leave the spider alone and first look at the ruin and then come back if we see something. But no.
I'm sorry.
I didn't say that. I implied that. Yeah. No, that's
well.
Yep. So I assume you are starting to trek uphill. Which one of you goes first?
I'll go first because now I'm like,
yeah, you with the long stick.
Yeah. After going halfway up the hill that you currently see, you actually notice a trace of a path, like someone has been coming and going this way. The ground looks a bit different.
So the past, like, it
slowly
just
starts,
fades in
yeah,
to existence.
very, very like it's. You first notice it when you are actually on the path, and then you look back and you see that it has slowly started.
Yes.
I think Yori, with your herbalism knowledge,
Yes.
pay attention to the trees.
Yes.
They are smaller here. They are younger. Yeah.
Less
It's-
moss.
Less moss and like years younger. They're like
A new growth.
yeah, newer trees, and probably after a short walk forward, you recognize that these trees are planted. This is a forestry forest. Like they are too uniform in their placement to be natural forest.
So
And maybe
how-
in like last 20, 30 years been planted this way.
Oh, this could be planted at the same time when the sauna was built. So a bit younger than the
A bit younger than
catastrophe.
the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is the how thick is the forest here? Is it like they are the
It's-
younger trees, so it's still like fairly sparse, or
It's getting a bit thicker. Like you feel like you're in a forest now. If you weren't on this path, you would actually like have to move branches away. But here on the path, this is a path. You move through it, and the further you go, two things happen. The path becomes clearer, more used, and the trees become younger. Gradually. And as you are really starting to wonder about this, you see ahead there is a clearing and maybe a building. These
Oh.
are young trees. These have been planted in the last maybe 10 years. And they've clearly been planted. This is a forestry forest. This is someone's livelihood.
That's very strange. The building.
Yes, there
How does
is. There is, like, you see through the trees that there is a big house ahead. Not from this angle, you don't see it very clearly, but you see that it's there. At least 2 stories high.
Yeah.
Very
And Dagmar,
peculiar.
it's silent here. There are no birds. There are no animals. This is dead silent.
And that's weird. I'm
That's
guessing.
weird. You're in a forest.
I'm going to say that too, Yorick. I'm like, I can't hear any birds or animals.
How does the is the weather and sun still feel like it was when we started walking in here? Is it how?
It is. It's a bit colder, but it's still like the sun is up. Actually, yeah, the sun is there. There's no clouds. It's just there, like so the same weather, just a slightly colder version than at the river. But that might be because the river is like reflecting the sun or something.
Yeah.
Although rivers tend to be colder than the surrounding.
Yeah. I assume there isn't smoke coming out from the building or anything.
No smoke, and you don't smell smoke. Even if you didn't even if you couldn't see it, you could smell it if there was smoke coming.
Yeah. I think I'd want to try to detect magic.
Yep, go ahead. Give me an insight.
11.
11. There is some form of stone magic here, like in the air, in like not specifically anywhere, but sort of everywhere. Stone magic is as it sounds: cold, stagnant, hard.
Cold, stagnant, maybe protective.
Beep.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this place has been preserved better because it was cast magic on it. And okay, yeah, no, that doesn't explain the trees. I'm still out of ideas, but I think we want to go take a closer look at the building. How big is the clearing like from the building? Is it standing alone, like, or from the other trees, or is it like more of a small?
It looks like there is a small area of like yard and such. As said, you're still in the forest, so you're looking at it like peeking at it from behind the trees. So it's you don't have a clear image yet. Dagmar, from like being a bandit, you've probably done some burglaring now and then. Yeah. Your general idea is that you're approaching this place from like the behind. So the main yard will be behind the building you are approaching. And if there are like exits other than the main entrance, they should be somewhere around here to the building. So like that's your instant vibe of what sort of building you're dealing with.
Okay.
And you're expecting there should be a couple of more buildings up ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna share that. Think there's more buildings up ahead.
All right. I guess we could kind of circle around to get a lay of the land before we enter the first building we see. Right?
Yes. Yeah, we'll do that. Reki.
Yeah. So reconnaissance. I have an inkling it's Dagmar who's doing the sneaking around, and Yorick is waiting a bit behind. It is. There's 4 buildings here.
Okay.
There is the main building. That's the one you're coming from, like behind to the area. there are the stables
Is it?
on the like right across the main building. There is a buyer, which is basically like what do you call livestock, cows, pigs, such. And then there is a ruined, burnt down fourth building that, from your knowledge of buildings, would probably be the servants' quarters or similar, like
Really?
not the main house, but for the folk who work here.
Yep.
But that's burned down. That's gone. And there are 3 entrances to the main building. There is the main entrance, which comes through a porch on one end, and there are 2 like smaller entrances on the back, like small inconspicuous doors for servants. The building is 2 stories tall, glass windows, very fine looking, very fresh, like maybe like there's some wear and tear, but it's like no one has paid attention to it in a year or 2. The grass in the center of the yard is overgrown. Same with everywhere around.
Really?
And there's a small path that leads to what you expect to be the outhouse. That's and between the stables and the main house, there is a road that seems to lead, like the main road to this place, that seems to lead somewhere inland.
Are there any recent tracks of people?
If you start looking a bit more closely, I'm going to have to say that no, there are no tracks of anyone here recently.
Okay, good.
Like, and you're leaving tracks in the grass, so
Yeah.
If someone had gone through here in the last, I'd say, a few days, it would be apparent.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you just go around the house, or do you take a closer look anywhere else before returning to York?
I just go around each sort of house, and then I come back.
Okay, so when you move away from the main house on the yard side, and go around the houses and come back, you notice 2 things. One, there is a huge symmetrical round hole in the ceiling of the main house, about maybe 10 meters wide in diameter. And another thing is that the maypole in the middle of the yard, where there is a flag, the flag is not moving. It's stopped mid-motion.
Okay.
It's frozen.
So it's kind of like in a...
Yeah, it's like very stiff. It's not moving at all. And in that angle, it should be moving in the wind.
Yeah.
But there's no wind. Yeah. And at this point, you return to York.
Yeah. So there's a hole in the ceiling of what houses?
The main house.
You
noticed it when returning.
Is it like something's hit it and it's a hole, or is it a made?
It's an like something cut a perfectly circular hole in the ceiling, and the ceiling is just gone from that point. It's one of those like this sort of ceilings,
Really?
and you can see it from like the yard side.
Okay. Well, I share that information.
So
What
there was a
could-
stable as well, and burned something, and
Advanced servants' quarters.
Yeah.
And a flag that was not moving.
not moving. That you
Some magic.
remember what I said about the stony things? I think there could be why these look so well preserved could be from being the earthy and immovable kind of magic that keeps it very still. This could also maybe stunt the growth of the trees if it's a kind of stillness kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if the pole is unmoving, it could be the center of things, maybe. Or maybe it's something in the middle things. But yeah, let's I guess we should go and take a look at the main house. What was the stable, main house, burnt building, and what was the fourth one?
Byre, basically a place for livestock, like pigs or cows.
Yeah, and it's separate from the stables. Okay.
Yeah, stables are for the horses.
Should we look at the stables quickly if there is indications if there been anything living there recently? That will give us some idea of how much frequented
When
the
I
other
went past
places.
the stables, did I see any horses?
You did not hear any horses.
And did I hear?
Please.
It's okay.
Or smell.
And
Was
nor smelled. There. Yeah, you could have peeked inside. There was no sign of horses there.
no sounds. Okay. So
But you only did a very quick peek. So
Okay.
you didn't go inside and so.
we check the stables first.
You walk towards the stables, and this wasn't apparent to Dagmar since you're not a plant person.
Yes.
But to Yori, there are 2 patches of wildflowers blooming near the entrance of the main house, like 5 meters and 7 meters away from the house. Like just a patch of plants thriving. And that usually means there's something in the ground.
Right. That does. Is the growth the places like between the main house and the maypole? Or
Yeah, the maypole is something like 15, 20 meters from the main house. Those are like 5
Yes.
and 7 meters from the entrance.
Right.
And the entrance is off to the side, so it's not in the middle of the main house.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's peculiar.
Yeah, they are not in a place where someone would plant things. They're just like in the middle of everything, but clearly 2 spots where flowers are blooming and things are growing.
Now that I'm like in the very much nearer the buildings and near the patches, how does my magic senses feel a difference? Is there a strong magic from the maypoles or from the patches or from the hole in the building?
Yeah,
Let's
give
see.
me a check.
8.
It's clear that the magic is coming from the direction of the house, but that's all you get. It's like the air is full of magic, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly what.
And it's still the stony kind of magic.
Yeah, the stony kind of magic is in the air, and it's coming from somewhere in the house, but you can't pinpoint it. The plants aren't magical. There doesn't seem to be any other sources of pie magic anywhere.
It could be a thing or two, a body or two buried beneath the flowers as an extra nutrient-rich patch, possibly. But I think we could check out the house first before we start digging up someone's yard for peculiarities.
Yeah. Let's check the house.
Before we take everything that's not nailed down, let's take things that are easier to take out.
Yeah. You are currently looking at the house from the direction of the maypole, so from the center of the yard. The hole in the ceiling or the roof is a bit to your right, like from a bit to the right from the center. The main entrance is through a porch or a veranda, like there's windows there and everything on the left side. And Dagmar told you, and Dagmar, you actually saw these. There are two small doors on the right side of the building. Where do you want to go in? There are also windows, but they seem to be all closed on the first, like the ground floor, and maybe on the second, like the upper floor. There could be that they are open.
Main door or side door?
Main door.
Okay.
Okay. There is a small, like few steps up before a small door into the like porch area, the front porch. The stone steps are half covered in moss, and there's the front porch is very open. There are many windows to it. You open the door. The porch door.
Is the porch door separate from the door into the house?
Yes, there is like you open the porch door into this cold area in the winter, and then you go inside the house through the main door that is in there. So basically, a place to leave your outerwear.
Yeah.
So this is not yet in the house. This is sort of outside.
The hallway.
Yeah.
Dagmar, I think we want to knock on the door and announce our presence here in case someone is here. We are here on the behalf of the family, owners of the house, on legitimate business to recover a family artifact, a memento of the place. Let this be known to any spirits or other things listening to us.
While he's doing that spiel, after that spiel, she's just going to whack the door really hard with like the blunt end of her spear.
Yeah. The porch door like goes off the hinges. It's not that it's not that sturdy.
Yeah.
And inside, first of all, when it like bounces back and towards you, you see that there are two crossbow bolts on the door on the inside.
Okay.
And on the very back end of the porch, like directly away from you, there is a mummified corpse slumped over a crossbow, dead, right in the middle. Yeah, very dead. Right next to the main door.
Okay.
And
so no
wearing something like farmhand clothes. And let's take a break here and continue next. we'll see you soon. Bye.
Mhm.